Hello, curious kids. Have you ever heard about a curse so powerful it could strike down anyone who dared disturb a pharaoh's rest? When King Tutankhamun's tomb was discovered in 1922, whispers of a mummy's curse sent shivers down the world's spine. But was it real or just a coincidence? Let's unwrap the mystery of King Tut's tomb together. In the early 20th century, Egyptology was a field of endless intrigue. Archaeologists, adventurers, and treasure hunters all hoped to uncover the secrets of the pharaohs buried beneath the golden sands of Egypt. Among them was Howard Carter, a determined archaeologist with a singular dream, finding the lost tomb of King Tutankhamun, the boy king of ancient Egypt. After years of searching, Carter's patience paid off. On November 4, 1922, his team discovered a set of stone steps hidden beneath the sands in the Valley of the Kings. These steps led to a sealed tomb, untouched for over 3,000 years. Inside was a treasure trove of artifacts, dazzling gold, and the mummified remains of King Tutankhamun himself. But with the discovery came whispers of something sinister, the curse of the pharaohs, the discovery that shocked the world. When Carter and his financial backer, Lord Carnarvon, opened the tomb, they were stunned by what they saw. The walls glimmered with intricate carvings, and the treasures inside seemed endless. But as news of the discovery spread, so did the tale of a mysterious curse. The idea of a curse wasn't entirely new. Ancient Egyptians believed their tombs were sacred spaces, protected by the gods. To deter grave robbers, they sometimes inscribed warnings on the walls of their burial chambers. Although no such warning was found in King Tut's tomb, rumors of a curse quickly took on a life of their own, a series of strange events. The first hint of the so-called curse came just a few months after the tomb's opening. Lord Carnarvon, who had been instrumental in funding the expedition, fell ill. He developed a fever from an infected mosquito bite and died on April 5, 1923. His sudden death at the age of 56 shocked the world, and the press quickly linked it to the curse. Soon, reports of other strange deaths and illnesses among those connected to the tomb began to surface. 1. Sir Archibald Douglas Reed, the radiologist who x-rayed King Tut's mummy, died from a mysterious illness shortly after. 2. George J. Gould, a wealthy visitor to the tomb, fell ill after his visit and died of pneumonia. 3. Aubrey Herbert, Lord Carnarvon's half-brother, died shortly after inheriting his brother's title. By the time several deaths were linked to the tomb, the press and public were captivated. The curse of King Tut had become a sensation. The science behind the legend. While the curse made for gripping headlines, many scientists and historians were skeptical. Most of the deaths could be explained by natural causes. Lord Carnarvon's mosquito bite, for instance, was a tragic but ordinary event. Pneumonia and fevers were not uncommon in the 1920s, especially in the harsh conditions of archaeological digs. Still, the question remained, could there be a scientific basis for the curse? Some researchers proposed that ancient tombs might harbor deadly pathogens. The tomb had been sealed for millennia, creating a perfect environment for bacteria and mold to thrive. When the tomb was opened, these organisms could have been released into the air, potentially causing illness in those exposed. Howard Carter's perspective. Interestingly, Howard Carter, the man who discovered the tomb, dismissed the curse entirely. He lived for 16 years after the tomb's discovery, dying of natural causes at the age of 64. Carter often said the curse was nothing more than a sensational story created by the media. Carter's pet canary, however, became part of the curse's lore. According to legend, a cobra, a symbol of protection in ancient Egypt, entered Carter's home and ate the bird shortly after the tomb was opened. To some, this was a sign that the pharaoh's spirit was guarding his resting place. While the curse of King Tut is the most famous, it wasn't the only tale of a pharaoh's wrath. Ancient Egyptians took great care to protect their tombs from intruders. Some tombs featured inscriptions warning of dire consequences for anyone who disturbed the dead. For example, one tomb inscription reads, "As for anyone who shall enter this tomb uninvited, I will wring their neck as a bird is wrung." These warnings were likely meant to scare off robbers rather than curse archaeologists thousands of years later. Despite the skepticism of scientists and Egyptologists, the curse of King Tut captured imaginations around the world. It inspired books, movies, and even popular culture references. The story of the curse helped to fuel a fascination with ancient Egypt that continues to this day. Modern archaeologists now take extra precautions when opening tombs, not because they fear curses, but to protect both the artifacts and themselves from potential hazards like mold and toxic gases. So, was the curse of King Tut real? Most experts agree that the deaths associated with the tomb were coincidental or explainable. However, the power of the story lies in its mystery. The idea of an ancient curse taps into our imagination and our fear of the unknown. The curse of King Tut reminds us that history isn't just about facts and dates. It's also about the stories we tell. And sometimes those stories become as legendary as the events themselves. Thanks for joining us, curious kids, on this fascinating journey into the mystery of King Tut's tomb. Whether or not you believe in the curse, one thing's for sure: history is full of incredible stories waiting to be discovered. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Curious Kids HQ for more amazing tales from history and beyond. Until next time, stay curious.